Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It is the 30th of May, and I'm going to go take a look at all of the newest Rust Workshop skin submissions. Get a good look at this, a nice little teaser, because, as you are aware, every single week we do this video series where we keep an eye out for all the potential new skin continuations of collections. We've got that financial perspective. We're looking out to see if a new skin continuation appears in a collection, and we consider whether that potentially might have a positive impact on the collection, whether it's potentially going to be a good investment. We're looking for those delicious profits. So we do this every single week. It's routine. And as you can see there, I have a whole batch of very interesting, very nice looking skins in my followed authors list. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I get myself one of these set up? All right, well, let's just explain that right now. And then we'll show off all the skins afterwards. So, you want to set yourself up with a followed authors list? Well, the first thing that you need to do is go to the main Rust Workshop page, scroll down, and you want to go to the accepted in-game section. So yes, this is the first option for getting yourself a nicely set up followed authors list. Why not, start following all of the skin creators that have actually had skins accepted? They are producing works that are of the quality standard that in the future they're very likely going to be producing more skins that could potentially be accepted. Make sense? So, I'm going to do a nice little example here. I'm going to pick out the Modern Military Hoodie and the High Quality Metal AR. So, this was accepted about 2 weeks ago, and it was produced by Robstar and Diaz. Yes, both of these skin creators contributed to making and creating this skin, and of course it was accepted. Well done to both of them. And what I'll do is I'm going to follow both of them, yes. So I'm going to just take a look at their Steam profiles, and then go to workshop items. I want to follow both of them because they're both contributing to creating skins that are of the quality standard, and lo and behold, I'm already following them. Yeah. And then when we go to Diaz, yep, workshop items, what do I see? Yep, already following them. So don't forget, when a skin's been accepted, you want to follow every single skin creator that contributed to the skin, because these skin creators don't always work with each other. Sometimes they split off. They might work in other groups. They might even work as a solo. And that's why I now show you the High Quality Metal AR, because what do we see? It was a solo skin made by Diaz. Do you understand now? So make sure you put a reasonable amount of effort in to go through all of these accepted skins and start following all the skin creators that are producing works that you yourself like seeing. I mean, maybe you just want to follow everyone because they've had its skin accepted. That's totally fine. Maybe you only want to, follow some skin creators because they make some funny types of skins. You can make your own followed authors list based on your own preferences, or, whether they actually likely will have skins accepted. That's purely up to you. But that's just one of the options, because I'm sure you might have realized there's a lot of accepted skins here, and then you realize there's over 100 pages of them. So have fun if you want to do it that way. But the second option is, every Monday, a whole batch of Rust skins will be submitted. And to be able to see all of them, go to the main Rust Workshop page, hover over Browse, click in Game, and as you can see here, this is for all of the fairly recent Rust skin submissions that were submitted, but by default it will always be a most popular. So every Monday around 6 p.m, in the UK, so evening time, you will want to change it to most recent. And you'll see the vast majority of skins tend to be submitted around this time, because most of the skin creators that are wanting to put a reasonable bit of effort in to try and get their skin accepted into the next Rust stores, they are trying to get their skin submitted before a specific deadline. And what is this specific deadline? It is TGG's top picks list. So we'll just quickly put that aside as we explain the current situation here in terms of the deadline. So the deadline is 23:59 PST, all right? So that is every single week. And this is why. Every single Monday, just go over to here. As I said, go in game, make sure you're looking at most recent, and you'll see skin after skin after skin, and most of them will be of quality works. And guys, you will see skin creators that haven't had skins accepted before. So if you like the looks of their works and whatnot, show your support. Start following them. If you like what they're producing, start following them. Maybe you could even add some comments, some motivational words. It helps out a lot. You don't have to only follow skin creators that have had skins accepted before. You could follow someone that you think soon they're going to have their first ever skin accepted. Like I said, it's very helpful. Just be a fan, and I'm pretty sure those skin creators would be a whole lot more motivated. So, now we're going to move over to here. TGG's top picks. He produces a list every single week, and of course, with a new list, it gets contributed with a video. That German guy produces, or usually produces, a video with every single list that he makes, and you're probably wondering, okay, so what's so special about this list? Well, every single week, that German guy, also known as TGG, he will go through all of the newest Rust Workshop skin submissions, and he will curate all of them. He will double check and make sure that there's no DMCA or copyright issues. He makes sure that the skin creators 100% made the skins all by themselves, and of course he needs to curate them and question whether they are the quality standard to potentially being accepted in the newest Rust stores. Understand? All good. So you will see that there's a whole bunch of names right there. You can probably look at all of these people every single week with every new list. You can probably follow people that way if you really want to. But just keep an eye out. Every Tuesday you should expect a new top picks list to be produced. And this list then gets pushed towards Facepunch, the developer of Rust. So yes, you will realise that most of the skin creators want to be on this list so that Facepunch actually gets a reasonable amount of time to notice them. They're going to go through all of this list, and usually most of the skins for every Rust store will most likely have skins from a top picks list. Does that make sense? So skin creators that are actually vying to try and get their skins accepted into a Rust store are always trying to make sure that they get their skins submitted before the deadline every single week, Monday, 23:59 PST time zone. Make sense? All good? Understandable? Lovely. I got through that in a fairly reasonable amount of time. Sounds good? Right then, guys. So, like I said, make sure you go through this list. It's in the Rust Workshop. Just go to Rust Workshop. Here we are. There you go. And then just hover over here, go collections, and usually you will see it around on the top every single week for every new list. Yeah, cool. Right. So, now that we got that out of the way, I can now show you my list. So, my list of skins are literally all of the newest skins that were submitted over the past week. You will realise we've actually gone through all of these skins last week. These were the skins that appeared last week, but they've all gone through the DMCA checks and whatnot. And you know what? There's very likely a few people here that I didn't notice last week because they weren't on my my followed authors list. So maybe I need to go have a quick run through and just get a good idea of, maybe there's a new person to follow. But that's up to you. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to start talking about all the newest skins. So sit back and relax. We're going to start off with Deployables, and then after that we're going to talk about tools and weapons, and then after that we're going to talk about armor and clothing. Gentlemen, grab a snack, get a drink, and let's begin. Starting off with the May 30th batch of the newest Rust Workshop skins, we're going to take a look at a polar bear rug made by Trakmer. So yes, we don't see many of these being submitted. It's a bear skin rug, and well, we're just going to go use the likes of, here we are, scmm.app, because I'm going to show you all of the bearskin rugs that have been accepted in the past. And you'll realise, this, I'm not 100% sure if this polar bear rug skin's going to be accepted. Do you see it? That's all of them. Ta-da! So we go by highest price. Yeah, we only have four marketable bearskin rug skins. So you're probably looking at this new one and thinking, by default, that's probably going to be a pretty good investment. Yeah. Yes, it is. It's not a part of the collection, but it don't need it. It's going to be perfectly fine by itself. So, yep, Mr. Trakmer, let's see if that potentially works out all right for you. And gentlemen, if you like it, well, if you're watching on YouTube right now, if you just look in the description, right? If you look in the description, you will see that the link to this collection is right there. So you can click that right now, and you could go through all of these skins, and you can start voting for all the ones that you like, and you can vote no if you don't like them so much. But at the very least, if you're going to do that, please consider going to the page itself, which you can see right here, and, offer some feedback. Go to the comment section. Now, be polite, be straightforward. Explain your reasons, and, if the skin isn't accepted, maybe the skin creator can take your words into consideration, tweak the skin, make a version 2, and submit it later on in the future. And you never know, that skin potentially might be accepted then. You helped them out. You helped make a skin get accepted because you offered your feedback. All right? Sound good? Cool. So it helps out a lot. But again, at the end of the day, if you like the skin, you can also sit there and say, hey, very nice skin. It's nice, it's helpful, it's motivational. Sounds good? Give those Rust skin creators a nice boost. Right, let's move on. So now we've got some furnaces. Mr. Hashaki has made the crystal furnace and the burnt furnace. Now we're moving on to small boxes. Kavahu made the chatter storage box. And Anathen made the DIY small storage. Now we're moving. Oh, we got a little bit. You've got a few more here. So recently we've had the world model updated for the ammo for the. Oh no, it's not for this. Oh, sorry. I thought it was. I think it's made by the same person. Shaft, did you recently make some ammo boxes that were in reference to the shotgun shells ammo? I think he did. I looked at that, and by default, I just remembered them, and I was talking about them. Anyway, he's made a box for 5.56 incendiary rifle ammo, and then he's made a regular one as well. So, if that's something you like, that's up to you. But what do we see here? Continuations of collections. So, let's just start off with the camouflage collection. We've got Arctic and Forest. So, let's go take a look at you. I believe it's called Camouflage Net on scmm.app, and it's all deployables. Gentlemen, quite recently we saw the likes of the green camouflage net garage door being accepted. Very nice. And when we saw that being accepted, all of this went up in the positive. These were very in the negative before. Now they're very happily in the positive. A positive impact happened. When we see a new deployable being accepted with a pre-existing deployable collection, you're very likely going to see those deployables go up in price. So, if we see the likes of either of these small boxes potentially being accepted, yes, I do anticipate a potential positive impact. The thing is, though, we're very likely only going to see one of them being accepted. Or maybe one of them gets accepted and the other one appears the next week after. I'm a bit surprised Michigan Sponsor released two of them at the same time. I'm a fair bit surprised by that. But if either one gets accepted, I would expect a positive impact, all right? So keep that in mind. So, yeah. This was actually a bit of a surprise to be seen. This was accepted like 8 months after it was submitted. It appeared as a teaser for Complete the Sets. So this just went from like $10 to $15. This went from like $1.20 up to almost $3, and this was pretty much almost the exact same. So, yeah. This collection's doing pretty alright at the moment. So, if we see more being added to it, I think it could only do better. Sound good? And now we're going to go back to a fairly old collection again, because this is the Neon Storage collection. This is small boxes. So, do you remember... Well, I'm sure you remember. Mr. Duck is the person who made the Neon Storage collection. What is that? Well, it's that storage collection that you can't afford, because every single one of them's fairly expensive. Ta-da! 18 storages that glow in the dark right in front of you. To get the whole collection, it's going to cost $211. Let's just look at them by highest price. I want to just... yep. Boom. Boom was the original one, wasn't it? No, it was fair. No, this just had low quantity. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yep. So that's now $36. Whew. I remember when that was like 10, and that wasn't even that long ago. It has all gotten expensive. But there you go. It's a popular set. So, you're going to probably sit there and say, okay, so if we see the cards, small box potentially being accepted, will it have a positive impact on all of these? I'm going to be 100% truthful with you. I don't think it's going to make that much of a dent. It's going to be nice to see it continuing again, because, you clearly use your small boxes for certain other things, and this is for cards. So, you're not going to need a large box for the cards, are you? So, Mr. Duck thought to himself, all right, yeah, I could make some small box storages for, things that you need to collect and store away that don't necessarily need to have a whole large box for it. So, yeah, he's giving it a second chance, because you might remember, as you can see right there, he tried to get this accepted about a year and a half ago now. No, you're talking about a year ago. So, yep, it's a second attempt, but if you're sitting there and saying, oh, if that gets accepted, will all of the Neon Storage skins go up in price? No. It's too many of them, and they already go up in price by default, simply because they're always in demand, and, well, you know, getting more valuable simply because. So, very nice to see it, but it won't have an impact on all of those large storages. Let's now move on. Darkiwa once again with a paint drip storage. Best of luck to you, Darkiwa. You're very persistent. Yep, cool. Yeah, is trying to get a ammo. So he's trying to set up a storage collection as well, with the theme of it being container. And that is the, I can show it to you in a second, maybe after it. But basically, you might have recalled that we have the Adobe building skin being accepted for the beginning of May. Well, for the Rust store this week, with the Force Wipe, for June, we're going to have the container sheet metal building skin being introduced. So a lot of skin creators, realizing this in anticipation, have been submitting container themed skins. Do you remember what happened with the Rust store this week? We saw some Adobe themed skins being accepted. Makes sense. Skin creators are theming their skins around the newest content that's being introduced to Rust. More specifically, catering it more towards the new building skins, which would be fairly in demand because, you know, it blends in quite nicely with the new building skins. I hope that makes enough sense. So something to keep an eye out for, and we'll talk more about that a fair bit later. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. Then Mr. Ideal with the CRT monitor sulfur storage. It glows. Wow. Sean Mick with the large wood armor box. And then WAG and Decap. They both have been just trying to make different coloured containers. That's it. And then we'll look over to here, and that's it. So they're trying to set up a storage collection, but they're just simply different colours. I mean, if it works out for them, congrats. But let's see if that actually works. Now we'll move on to the likes of Mr. Sills Secure Unit Large Box. It comes in blue and green. Let's just get a quick look at that. Yep, there's at least some extra detail to that one. Yep, cool. All right, nice. And then we got the likes of this Medical Lunacy box. I looked at this, I'm a fair bit confused. Is that like overgrown, or is it like some weird sort of like vines all over it? Not 100% sure. It's strange, but I can respect it. Then we got the Billboard Medal box. I think that was also trying to set itself up as a storage collection. Okay. Then we got Zepp's case, large wood box. It's got a skull. It says Danger. Then, yeah, you can sit here and say this is a continuation of a collection. Jiba, fairly recently, has been getting quite a lot of skins accepted. That being his, I guess you could call it doppelganger storage collection. There's no name for it. It's very loose as well. They're technically not seen as a collection, but you can see exactly what I meant. All based on the storages and crates that we find in-game to get our loot. And what do we have over here? We now have got the Elite Tier crate. So, just get a quick look at that, gentlemen. Get a quick look at that. If you're a fan of this series, it's right there in front of you. Remember, you can go to the description right now, and you can click the link to this collection, and you can go ahead and show your opinion. Do you like it? Vote yes. Do you not? Vote no. But don't forget, you can also click to go to the page, go to the comment section, and offer some words, whether it's feedback or just some support. Simple as. And now we're going to move on to the doors, starting off with the 314 door, wooden door, pie. For some reason, pie. Okay, cool. I just wanted to get a better look at it. And it also comes in 0013. Ta-da! Now we've got the wooden black hole, so the wooden door black hole, which is a bit of a nice colourful swirl. Get a good look at that. And it glows. Very nice. Then we're moving on to sheet metal doors. We got the likes of Kyber's The Sin of Greed sheet metal door. Michael with his somewhat interesting indented sheet metal door. Who ran into this? It didn't work. Who used the head as a battering ram? Michael, what's the story here? Test and special conditions by Cobalt employees. They got drunk and ran into it. Right. It also comes in the colour orange. Are you a fan of orange? Well, it's right there. And remember, links in the description if you want to go vote for it. We now have the green keycard door made by REW. Live oil glow sheet metal door. This looks a bit freaky. Look at that. That looks weird, but cool, but weird. So yeah. Now we're moving on to the Coal Golem Sheet Metal Door. And yeah, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I thought that was a bum as well. Nope, it's a rocket taking off. It's the Starman Sheet Metal Door. Let me just quickly verify that to you. Yep, it's definitely not a random bikini body. No, it's just a rocket taking off. And it glows. How very nice. There we got the Glass of Light. Glass of Life Sheet Metal Door made by Jessin. Get a quick look at that. Pretty cool, interesting looking design there. Very nice. And it glows. Interesting. Then we've got a pretty, okay, you might not be aware of this, but this is made by Little Ranger, the skin creator who recently made all of those Abyss Deplorable skins. And look what we have here. A very interesting, high-detailed, scary-looking Dragon Sheet Metal Door skin. And does it glow? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Could he turn this into a collection? Well, you might want to consider voting yes or no. Igor with his high danger metal door, and then we got a transparent one. So I guess we could take a real quick look at this. I highly doubt the transparent one's going to get accepted, so that's all solid. You can't see through it, but he did make one that's completely see-through, and I'm going to sit there and tell you it's not going to get accepted. That's too pay to win. It's too pay to win. It's not going to be allowed. So not with that much visibility. The whole thing is just like, the appearances is literally just chicken wire over a metal frame. So, right, now we're on to armored doors. We have Hessiam's Tribal Armored Door. We also have the Danger Zone Armored Door, and then we have the Glacial Visage Armored Door. So Tribal isn't a collection, but the other two are. So let's just give it a quick look. Interesting design. If you like it, please consider voting for it. That's for Mr. Hessiam. Oh, and you can see how he drew it all out. Very nice, very cute. And now we're sitting here talking about the Danger Zone collection. Yes, we've had Danger Zone skins before. Is it a wooden door and a garage door, if I can recall? 2 skins. Yep. They are both not looking super great at this very moment. However, if we start to see a whole batch of Danger Zone deplorable skins being introduced and accepted, I'm pretty sure these would probably potentially have a nice positive impact. However, as you can see here, there's been plenty of Danger Zone skins submitted in the past, and it hasn't worked out very well in the past, has it? So, we'll see what happens. However, like I said, if we do potentially see it being accepted, you might potentially see a bit of a bump in interest for these 2 skins. There's no guarantee. There is no guarantee, but just keep that in mind. Could happen. Then we got the Glacial Visage Armored Door. Remember the Glacial Visage collection? It's been quite a while. Let's go take a look at you. So, yeah. Not to be mistaken with Molten Visage, which is still made by the same creator. But yeah, we got the large box, small box, sheet metal door, garage door. Sorry. I talk for a long time. I don't breathe enough, I yawn. Sorry. I should breathe more oxygen. So yeah, not looking to be doing super great at this very moment, but that did 51,000 sales and that did 36,000 sales. And they tend to do a whole lot better when it's Christmas time. Yeah, so that's usually something to keep an eye out for when something like that happens. Large box is still doing alright. But the main thing is if we see this armored door being accepted potentially, will we see a positive impact maybe? Possibly. A lot of people would potentially start anticipating that more Glacial Visage skins would be made and accepted from there on as well. So I think it would start to instigate a bit of positivity with prices going up. So keep an eye on that. That potentially might be something that happens. And by default, you can hold on to them until Christmas time. And it wouldn't surprise me if they go up in price. So cool looking armored door. It glows in the dark. It's the Glacial Visage collection. You can go to the description right now and you can click the link to go to the collection. You can consider voting yes or no. Let's move on. We got some garage doors to go through. Mr. Kusel has made the Advisor garage door. Get a good look at that. It's got plenty of signs to look at. Ice Mile has made the Vacation garage door. It's instructing you to have a nice vacation. Mr. Humpty with the rather somewhat scary looking Mystic Skull Garage door. So that's what it looks like during the day. That's what it looks like during the night. Cool. And now, I believe this is I think this is a continuation of a collection. This is made by Zinc and Eichfinia. Pineapple, we had a pineapple furnace accepted before. And last week I remember they submitted another pineapple skin, but I never put the effort. Was this made by Zinc? It was! Okay, so if we were to see a pineapple garage door being accepted, this one right here. It's a bit of a loose collection, but we'll stick with it. Could we see the furnace potentially being bought out? I'm going to sit here and say I have my doubts. I don't think it's going to really have that much of a positive impact, and I don't think a lot of people are going to realise that it's connected to this. I mean, by default, people probably look and try and see if there's any other pineapple skins, and they'll find this, and then they'll, connect the dots. But I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact. So, yeah. Nice to see it, though. Funky idea, funny. Maybe it's perfect for the summer, and we're literally just entering the summer. So let's see what potentially happens in the future. Then we've got some double doors. We've got a sheet metal double door right here, and an armoured double door. So, Johnny, old boy, what do we see here? You are continuing. He's continuing the door that he's literally just had accepted. So, we saw this garage door being accepted this week. Looks awesome. It's got a lot of appreciation so far. It's almost already got 30,000 sales. So, that looked very nice. But, if we do potentially see the likes of this being accepted fairly soon, I'm pretty sure that garage door is going to go up in price a fair bit. Go up in demand a little bit. And this one isn't a copy-paste. It's quite literally a different scene. All in the ocean. You got your ferry, your oil rig, the submarines, the underwater labs, a shark. A shark! How could you say no to a shark? So yeah, cool looking visuals there. Johnny, old boy, you've been around for a fairly long time and you keep making very interesting skins. So, gentlemen, if you like it, please consider going to the description right now, go to the collection and go to here and consider voting yes or no. And don't forget, a nice comment does go a long way. Yep, yes it does. And now we're moving on to the likes of the... Oh, actually, I had to sit there and say, would it have a positive impact on this? Yes, I would expect it to go up and demand a fair bit. However, with this literally just, appearing and becoming marketable and whatnot, it might have a bit of a... It might not matter. So, just point that out. But in the long run, if we do keep seeing more monument skins being accepted, more monuments deployables, yeah, I think it's going to go up fairly up in price quite nicely. So, yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for. Then we've got the container double armored door. So, yep, this is all in reference to the upcoming, and I can show it to you right here. If I just go over to here real quickly, you can see it for yourself. What have we just seen sneak in just today? We've just seen... Where is it? Has it disappeared? It's disappeared. Oh, no. Oh, no, I literally just saw it. I literally just saw it's disappeared. Right. You know what? That's fine. I can show you a different way. Over here. I can show you it right there. Yep. This has just snuck in. It's to be expected. It's going to appear on this Thursday. Force wipe. We're going to see this being introduced, and potentially a lot of people will be buying it. And what are they going to pair up with it? They're going to be very likely... I mean, this has already happened, so I probably should start talking about this. There's a lot of container-themed skins that currently exist in the game. Some came out like 5 years ago, some came out even way before, and guess what? All of them got bought out. A lot of people mentioned it on the likes of TikTok and whatnot, and if you type in container, what do we see? A lot of doors. Actually, I should put door. There you go. You'll see a whole... Yeah, there we are. All of these doors have been bought out. Because with the sheet metal container set, you can do the walls in various different colours. You can have it in blue or green or red or yellow, and you get the idea. So, all of these got bought out. Perfectly in theme for a new DLC special skin. So, yeah, it's already happened. And when we see it actually appear, maybe these will go up even higher in price. Yeah. But the main point is you shouldn't be surprised to see things like this being submitted. it's not the first skins to have been submitted that were in theme with the container set. We saw them appear last week. Remember Duck's Garage Door? I feel like that's got a very good chance of potentially being accepted for in 2 days' time. So, yeah, keep that in mind. And that was all of the deployables. Gentlemen, which was your favourite? Which was the skin that you genuinely think has the best chance of being accepted? Feel free to comment, offer your opinion. Which was the one skin that you truly, truly, truly need to see being accepted into the game? And with that, I'm going to take a quick drink. Feels good. And now, gentlemen, we can get started with the weapons and tools. Starting off with this extra goofy looking duck rock, Mr. Keke decided, yep, I am 100% going to be continuing my pet rock collection. Just this week, we saw the Capybara rock being accepted, selling a whole lot, almost 30,000 sales, the top selling skin of the week. It is beloved, enjoyed, and well, could we potentially see a nice companion for him? The Duck Rock, with his cute little flippers, his little beaky beak, and his very fluffy looking body. Would you like to have a duck in your hands as you throw it at people and whack it against large boulders? Of course you do. So, yep, that's the Duck Rock. What would you call him? Do you want to run around with a pet rock? What skins could you potentially think of? What animals, gentlemen, what animals could you suggest that'd make a good idea for a rock skin? Feel free to go over to here and say some comments. A cat rock. Maxwell the cat. So then you can just hum the song while you hold him. Right, cool. So yeah, I do believe we're going to be seeing a capybara skin being made as well. I think we're going to see Keke either make a pet rock one week, or it's going to be a capybara deployable skin the next week. So next week, I think we might be seeing the likes of a capybara rock that was very similar in design to the Easter chick's door that he had accepted. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that. Now we're on to the nuclear missile silo satchel charge, and it glows. Get a good look at that. That looks pretty cool. Interesting design. Very nice there, Mr. Vleck. Very nice. Cool. Mr. Kua with the rock hammer. You put a lot of thought into this one, didn't you, Mr. Kua? Could have just put like a smiley face or something. Come on. Hey, it's a nice grounded idea. If you like more grounded ideas that aren't trying to be super flashy and super in your face, you can show your support. Links in the description on the YouTube video. Wirecat is starting up with a Raven tool set right here. Get a good look at these two. If you like them, you know what to do. And what do we see here? Continuation for the From Hell collection. Get a good look at these people. Yes, they do glow in the dark. I must point that out. I really must point this out. These are tools that glow in the dark. Probably not the best for you. You don't want to get noticed as you chop down trees in the night. So let's just go over to here. The Hell collection. The Hell collection. We recently had a From Hell sleeping bag. And let's just go see how all those Hell skins are currently performing. As expected, I've said it many times this year. During the year, From Hell skins tend to suffer a fair bit. And we've seen that with the past 4 skins that were accepted. So if we were to see the tools being introduced, will they have a positive impact on all of these skins? I'm going to just straight up tell you, I don't think so, no. I don't think that's going to have that much of an impact, and I don't think it's going to help these out. So, yeah, giving you the heads up, I don't think weapons being introduced will really help out a collection. The more you know. So take that in and remember it for the future. A glow-in-the-dark pair of tools is also very questionable. But it's the From Hell collection. Yeah, but people are going to notice you, and you're going to die. So, yeah. Red Rex has made the Roots bow. Mr. Cowman Legend, along with his companion, that being Mr. L.D. Darkwood and Barurik, they have made Bare Bones Crossbow. Get a good look at this. Get a good look at this. Yep. A nice primitive design. Grounded, cool, not flashy, not super colourful, grounded, realistic. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets accepted. Like, very cool design. You've done a very good job with this. It also comes in an alternate updated version. So this is the regular one, and this is the updated version. So I guess it's just missing some red. So there's red there, and then, okay, cool. If you like it, you know what to do. So, yep, interesting looking crossbow there. And the main question is, if that... Oh, is it bare bone? Yeah. If that crossbow were to be accepted, would it have a positive impact on these tools? No. No. More weapons being added to a collection that only has weapons isn't going to make that much of a difference. And then we move on to the likes of the chemical burn crossbow. Yep, this is a continuation of the chemical burn collection. I really would like to see this design on some armor. Still hasn't happened, but we shall see. We shall see. It's eroding. It's corroding. It's melting away. And you can see it spinning around, chat, spinning around. Very cool. And now we're going to go take a look at the chemical burn collection. Yeah. It's only weapons. A crossbow being added isn't going to have that much of a positive impact. It's unfortunate, but that is the way it is. So, yeah, just take that in, understand. Yeah. Then we're going to move on to the likes of a nice little revolver right there. Yep, made by Papa Carl. It's the Polaris revolver. Then Sword Center has made the Dark Glory sap. Mr. Verona has made the Black Camo sap. SMKSS has made the Ranger sap. Mr. Sword Center has made the Damascus Steel sap. Hang on a minute. He made Dark Glory and Damascus Steel? I think you're being a fair bit greedy, Mr. Sudsender. Anyway, Tier 3 Custom SMG, a continuation of the Tier 3 collection. I've seen 3 of these weapon skins already. Will we see a positive impact if we see a custom SMG being accepted? No. No, we won't. It's just weapons. So we've already explained that already. How many times now? We've got the likes of the Hypnotic MP5. And you know what? Let's just take a real quick look at all of these because they do look fairly interesting. That is Hypnotic. Ooh. And then we got the likes of the Galaxy MP5. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Cool design. Very nice. Very nice. Cool. But most importantly, we have a continuation of the Arctic collection right in front of us. Gentlemen, this collection's holding up fairly okay. Arctic skull. Here we go. Come on. Come. So again, it's only weapons. But what's helping out this collection is mainly due to the fact that it's a cheaper alternative to comics collection, is my current understanding. It was a hard guess, but they're holding up okay. Like, there's not that much quantity for any of them on the Steam market, and I think they are a go-to option. So it's working out quite nicely for them. So by default, right, the MP5 being introduced, it's not going to have an impact. It's not going to matter. In the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter. But by itself, it's probably going to work out quite nice. I mean, how good is the Comics MP5 doing at this moment? And the answer is... currently selling for $2. Well, better than nothing. So I wouldn't be surprised if that were to be accepted. It would also probably hold up its price and stick around $2. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Cool. It is what it is. We got a wooden Thompson right here. Get a good look at this. Yep, it's wooden. And it's a Thompson. It's a wooden Thompson. That's basically all I can say. Wooden Thompson. Well done. Very nice. We've got 2 pump shotguns this week. We have the Cobalt pump shotgun and the El Diablo pump shotgun, a continuation of a collection. So let's just quickly bring this up to you. Pump shotgun. Get a good look at this. How many pump shotguns have we had in the past 12 months? The answer is 1. We've had 1. It was the Recycler pump shotgun back towards the end of November. It didn't work out very well for the many other skins that were submitted but weren't accepted. So When we saw this was accepted, we saw a few more people trying to get their chances in. Didn't work out very well. One of those groups was Mr. Micro and Mr. Morphus. I can remember they made the Zen Labs pump shotgun. Wasn't lucky back then, however, they're now trying it with a different company. So it's got a nice blue and white design there. Get a good look at that. Very nice, very cool. But what we also have is a continuation of a collection. This being Mr. Eros. If you can remember, he's been quite lucky over the past year or so with his El Diablo collection and his... I've already forgotten it. What's the other one? The green one. Oh, no. Anyway, I've pointed out that the El Diablo collection is a collection, so let's just go take a look at all of them. Are they all weapons? The answer is... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I'm useless. I'm very sorry. El Diablo. Oh, no. Is yeah, alright, let's just move on. It's all weapons, guys. A pump shotgun's not going to cause all of this to go up in price. Maybe we saw some maybe if we saw some clothing and armor, the weapons would likely have a positive impact then. But as of now, I'm just not going to see it happening with a pump shotgun. So keep that in mind. Right, cool. But the pump shotgun by itself would probably sell nicely and stay up at its rust or price for a comfortable amount of time, maybe forever. So here's, very nice, very cool. 2 options for the pump shotguns. Now we're moving on to SARS. So each one with a very interesting approach. This one's got like a much more interesting design in terms of what was the word? I'd say let's just go with urban. Yeah, let's just go with urban. Everything looks like it's been drawn with graffiti and whatnot, even though it's just got all of these hello, my name is type of stickers and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's a cool design. I think it looks really nice compared to the other ones. It stands out. Let's go take a look at the other ones. What do we see? We have the water SAR. Yeah, it's a SAR, and it's got fish. Do you like fish? Vote for the fish. So yeah, fun little idea there. But then we've got one made out of cheese. Chat. Oh, and a grater. It's got a grater, chat. All right. It's got a grater with it. I mean, who doesn't like cheese, honestly? So, very nice. But what we have here is a Sarnana. What is up with all of these SAR skins? So yeah, we got a banana SAR. Let's go take a look at that. So I believe it's Bonana collection. Yep. And what we're missing is the double barrel that was accepted last week, but that's down 35. That's down 40. Let's go take a look at these thingy. Sorry, I've got a really bad itchy nose. Oh, sorry. Well, that's up 12% at the moment, but give it another week or so, then look at it, and then you'll probably get a better idea of what the price is actually. So, being patient with values. I literally made a video about that. So, oh, I've gone the wrong way. Let's go over to here. Oh, I've lost my position. Sorry. Here we are. So, Sarnana, it's bright, it's yellow, it's probably the skin for you. It's got a lot of potassium. Don't forget about that, right? Can't say that about every other SAR skin, can I? So the option is right there in front of you. Remember the description. Go to that, look at the link, and go for all of that, and consider offering your opinion. Are you a fan of bananas? I say do eat it. Yes, I say do eat it. You bought it. You can do whatever you want with it. We have the Children's Drawing LR300 made by Mercy. Rise made the Fluid AR. 9K made the Airplane AK-47. Chillag with the Chaser AK-47. Multiname with the Liquid Metal AK-47. Howdy with Taped AR. And then we're going to end this off with Bad Trip with the Bark Bolt Rifle. This isn't part of the collection, but I just want to bring up, when was the last bolt action rifle skin that was accepted to the game? Marketable. The answer is, I believe back in, yeah, it's been almost 2 years since the last bolt action rifle skin was accepted. But when you look at all of them, so forget about highest price, quite a decent amount of them aren't doing very well. Yeah. Fair bit awkward, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would appreciate seeing another one being accepted, so do you reckon that's potentially the one? Consider offering your opinion. The link to the collection is in the description. And with that, gentlemen, we've gone through all the weapons and tools. Which was your favourite? Which skin do you potentially has the best chance out of all of these weapons and tool skins? Which one has the best chance of potentially being accepted? Which one was your favourite? Feel free to comment. Feel free to state your opinions. But for now, we're about to jump in and start looking at all of the clothing and armour. And I'm just going to take another quick drink. And here we go. Flight Crew Helmet made by Ven. It's a right helmet. Get a good look at that. We've literally just had a right helmet being accepted fairly recently. Sold quite well because we hardly ever see right helmet skins being accepted. Could this potentially be the second right helmet skin to be accepted this year? That would be quite a surprise. It's up to you. Consider voting yes or no. Then we've got the Forest Guardian Hide Poncho. This is actually a continuation from the the skull mask last week, if you can remember. Perfectly blends in with it. And I stick by what I said last week. It reminds me of the Leshens from Witcher 3, the creepy wooden monsters in the forest. So, yeah, I mean, pair that up with some hide clothing maybe some gloves that look like wooden claws. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. So, yep, they've clearly gone for a primitive green camouflage type of design there, and yeah, it's very primitive, and you know, to be one with nature and be very scary looking. Cool. So, good job there, Dark Schneider and Zed Skipper. Look at that. It's very high detailed. Looks a bit creepy, doesn't it? Now we're moving on to Sun-Faced Hide Poncho. So last week, Chris, what did you produce? We had the boonie hat, we had the bandana, now we've got a hide poncho, Sun-Faced collection. Will it turn out to be something that actually becomes something? Primitive skins, if you're a fan, you know what to do. And now we've got strawberries. Yep. We've had like tons of stupid, silly ideas today. We had a banana saw, alright? Do you know where strawberry poncho with the bandana whilst holding a banana saw? You'd be crazy. You'd be a fruit. Yep. So, ta-da! Maybe we just need 3 more skins and then you can finally have your 5 a day. Yeah, that's right. I'll win there. So, yeah. Now you've got to go through the rest of the day after hearing that. I know I hurt you a lot. I'm very sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I found it funny. Deal with it. Anyway, so I've gone a bit delirious. I should be going to bed soon. I'm sorry. Alright, so we saw the military collection randomly getting its hoodie and pants accepted just about a week or so ago, and Mr. Robstar and Diaz probably thought to themselves, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea to try and see if we can get a second chance of our boots. So, if we did see the likes of these boots being accepted, would we see the likes of the clothing and armor going up in price? Well, I'll tell you what, we've got one fairly good example to say it probably would. We saw the pixel boots being accepted that came out of nowhere. And what did we see in terms of a reaction? The hoodie and the pants did get bought out. And the spike in demands, jump in price, it happened. All because boots are accepted. Now, the main thing with this is a lot of people are anticipating that we very likely will see Pixel Tier 3 or Tier 2 at some point in the future. So, I guess people seeing this being accepted, they probably thought, right, this is probably a good enough indication that at some point in the future, we might see Pixel Tier 2 or Tier 3 being made and accepted. The thing is, the skin creators actually had to go ahead and make it, and they haven't made any skins for the Pixel collection for quite some time, so just gotta hope. But anyway, sticking with this military collection, will the boots have a reasonable amount of a reaction if they were to be accepted? I think these skin prices have already gone up a fairly high price already with the arrival of the hoodie and pants, the final core piece. Core pieces being Tier 2 and Tier 3 armor with the hoodie and pants. Well, hoodie and pants finally appeared after about a year or so, and there was a massive reaction with the likes of the kilt. This went all the way up to $27 when it originally was sitting at around $6 to $9. I can't fully remember, but yeah, That appearing simply caused this to go up and skyrocket, and these two went up in price very comfortably as well. I mean, all of the armor and whatnot went up in price, so it worked out quite well in the end. If we were to see boots, I think boots might have a bit of a jump, but I don't think it's going to be as big as the likes of these two. Alright, moving on, we have a JPEG collection, yes. So, I've already made a bit of a fuss talking about how just simply seeing boots worked out very nicely. Well, we've got JPEG boots right here, and we've got road sign gloves. And you might be sitting there, okay, so will the impact be even greater? I wouldn't say that much, but I'd say it's more likely to happen that we see a nice impact. And the main thing that I'm now going to showcase to you is we have seen this situation happen. Remember Hardsuit? Quite some time back, we saw the boots and gloves being accepted. And with them being accepted, we did see a bit of a buyout for the hoodie and pants and the tier 3. Now, after a while, the tier 3 and, well, all of the already existing pieces, they did cool off. They did start to go down in price. And as you can see here, this has gone back into the negative. But I just wanted to point out, with the appearance of these, it did cause these to go up in price. So I have reason to believe the JPEG collection, which is still missing its tier 3 armor, I wouldn't be surprised if these potentially go up in price if we do see JPEG boots and gloves being accepted. So you've got your hoodie and pants and then your kilt. You might care about these as well, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, if we do see the tier 3 finally being accepted, the kilts for the very best armor, it's going to get paired up with the tier 3, isn't it? So it's up to you if you want to buy into all of this. The option is there, but I've given you the context. We very likely could be seeing some more JPEG clothing and armor. Wow. Now, you might not realise this, but this is actually a continuation of an old collection, yes. Tiger, Furnace, and there was another skin. Oh, no. What's it called? Tiger Crown. Okay, there we are. Tiger Crown, Furnace. But were you part of a collection? No, apparently you're all... No, there's definitely another skin. They're just not treated as a collection. But yeah, this was submitted and accepted... Oh, God, 3-ish years ago. Wow. So that's selling for 97 cents at the moment. If we saw the hoodie and pants being accepted, would you see the Furnace go up in price? I'll be honest with you. I don't think people would realise that it's part of the same collection. I don't think people would be clamouring and going crazy for the Furnace if you saw the hoodie and pants being accepted. But I will just quickly show you. It's nice, it's orange. I think a fairly decent amount of people will be considering buying it if you saw that being accepted. They might chase after your Frosties. They're great! I hate myself. Let's move on. So, cool. Tiger Crown. Best of luck to you, Shedmon. Let's move on. Let's move on to the King Crab Tier 2. Frog. What do we have here? That says King Crag. So now I'm a little bit conflicted. So yes, it's a fairly pinkish red design for Tier 2 armor. You can see some seaweed that's not only holding it up together, but seeping through all on the sides. A fun, silly idea. Are those barnacles? It looks like it. So, fun idea right there, Mr. Frog with Mama. Cool looking idea. Chat, do you want to dress up as a crab? We just need them to add road sign gloves that looks like claws. Snip, snip. Okay, yeah, let's move on. What's up with me today? Oh no, feet pics. Right, let's take a look at the clay metal chestplate and face mask made by Demon. Fairly strange looking set, but not too shabby. Went for something a fair bit different. Yep. And lastly, what do we see? It's the Frog Cosplay Tier 3 version 2. Another attempt to see if we can get that final core piece for the Frog Cosplay collection. Gentlemen, you might notice he removed like the flap bits or whatever. Yeah, there's an obvious change there. And now we're going to go take a look at the Frog Cosplay collection, because we very recently did see the random acceptance of the primitive clothing. So, yeah, this was accepted. I will point this out. Tier 3 was always there. It could have been picked for complete the sets. Didn't happen. So, Mr. Milio clearly saw that and thought, okay, well, maybe I just better make a change on my currently existing Tier 3 armor and see if I could do better and re-release it. And he's done that. It's version 2. And if we see that being accepted, don't you think all of that will go up in price? Yes, I do. 100%. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a new core piece. All the other core pieces will go up in price. Maybe these two will go up in price as well. Yeah. But the main thing is yeah, it is the final core piece, Tier 3. If it gets accepted, this, they all go up in price. But out of Tier 2, it would mainly be the kilt. So I'm sure you understand that. And yeah, that potentially could be the best money maker out of all of them. Out of all the skins that we just saw. Because yes, gentlemen, whilst we've just finally finished now, I will point out those were all of the skins. 97 skins you just saw. Please do not forget, in the description right now on YouTube, you can click the description and you can see the first link is the link to this whole collection. You can go through all of these skins yourself and you can consider voting yes or no for all the skins that you like or don't. But don't forget, if you don't like it, please consider offering feedback. But you could also comment just something nice. It's as simple as that. As I said, kind words do go a long way. Now, gentlemen, I will just repeat this once more. Don't forget to look at TGG's most recent top picks. Give his video a nice watch. And if you want to learn a little bit more in regards to how the top picks usually work out, the life cycle for a Rust skin submission, how likely, or rather, what's the time frame that it's available to potentially be picked, I do have a video that I always link in my description, so you can see this right now. It'll be Micro's hypothesis. In about 20 minutes, I go through the whole process, and I explain early, typical, and late picks for workshop skins. But after you watch this, you'd be a little bit better clued in with the deadline and whatnot, and it's just a nice little bit of extra information to learn. So hopefully that helps you out. And yeah, gentlemen, as I've already said, we will be seeing the shipping container building skin being introduced, the sheet metal building skin. Very nice, very helpful, very cool. And there is one more final thing to just point out. There were some skins that I didn't show today, but they weren't going to be marketable Rust store skins, no. There's another Rust event happening, and it's happening in June, and it's happening beginning not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Yes, next week there's another event for Rust. We've literally just had Twitch Rivals, but this is Bellum. This is a Spanish streamer, YouTuber event. I don't fully know. But Bellum is all for Spanish speakers. There's plenty of Spanish speakers out there that have had many skins made for them. This is going to be the general drop. So Bellum, Twitter is right here. So if you go to this actual page, you can see that the Twitter link is there, and they pretty much announce it the 11th of June to the 17th of June. So if we just bring that up real quickly, the 11th of June, of course, being next week Sunday, and it seems to be going on for a whole week. And there's like 220 people taking part in this. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm pretty sure that is what's that is what is going to go on. And I am fully aware that there's like 10 skins to chase after. So if you thought the Twitch Rivals was rough, at the very least, there's not as many skins this time. But they're all going to be Spanish streamers, so get yourself nice and ready and prepared to listen to some Spanish. Yeah. So that's something that will be happening just around the corner. And with that, gentlemen, yeah, that's basically it. We went through everything. I uploaded my video showcasing Rust Reptile Hunter, the camouflage check. Hopefully that was interesting to you. I thought a lot of people would be curious to see how it looks in the grassy areas, the foresty areas. Looks good in the shaded parts of forest areas. Blends in quite nicely. Reptile Hunter very likely could be the budget Forest Raiders set in the future. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. But I probably will be buying some now because I'm feeling fairly confident with it. And looking at the amount of sales it's had so far, it looks like it's just about to. It's gonna reach equal to Reptile tier. It's gonna match up to tier 3 sales, and everything will work out all right in the end. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. One can wish. And with that, gentlemen, that's everything. Yeah, Rust skins. Scream about them a lot, don't I? But I try my best to help you all be informed, including and whatnot. So thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see what gets accepted in 2 days' time. Best of luck to all of you. Just to point out once more, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Duck's garage door, his container garage door. Wouldn't be surprised if it gets accepted. So let's go see. Let's find out. Thank you. Goodbye.